So I took his own words, I screenshotted and sent it to him, and I was like, no, motherfucker, this is what you know. What you know is how to be somebody's big buffer. Because it's like, who the fuck walked up to a cow and decided to give it a blow? Just like, think about that. Gotta learn how to starve, man. Who are you when there's no food? It's easy to be motivated when there's food on the table. What do you do when there isn't? Nigga, that's where character is built. Niggas think this shit's about eating. Nigga, it's about the hunt. Do you still hunt when you don't know whether or not food is coming? A lot of you niggas gave up and starved. I mean, listen, if you were a man wearing sunscreen, you're gay. Because it's like, why are you lubing and lathering in white cream? It's like, what is that even supposed to resemble? So is online coaching difficult? Yeah. Yeah, bro, this is the hardest industry in the world and you shouldn't do it.
Well, guys, over the past week to a week and a half, we have been just flaming the absolute living shit out of all of these Pubes Watson wannabes that are coming out of the woodworks going crazy. And we've seen each one just having their very own unique and goofy-ass thing, where we've seen variants that were not only an alpha male, but also a passport bro.
Alex, how do you handle the air pollution in Bangkok? Like, why the fuck are you guys so scared of the air pollution? Like, what is gonna happen, bro? You're gonna go out, breathe some air, and like, what, you're gonna turn gay?
Along with variants like this one that were trying to get their very own pubic hair dripping down their forehead while copying their poppy to the absolute max.
Hey, listen, if you're a grown-ass man who doesn't go to the gym for at least 3 times per week, you're gay, bro. I mean, how worse could it be if your belly's flopping and you're gay? Dog, you gotta level up, bro. Come on. Let's get it.
And we even had goofy-ass Puby Jr., who was out here screaming, soaking himself and soaking the phone as he was going. And I mean, fuck, I'm sure he was even soaking any passerbys that happened to be walking by him on that sidewalk.
What the fuck are you doing? Why the fuck is you eating blueberry muffins? You fat piece of fucking shit!
And even though each and every one of these downright goopers have been just something else to watch, and have been clowns dancing for our amusement, who we have been observing just interacting with their different habitats, we are of course back here now with the main man himself, the only man in the AMU to truly have some greasy, wet-ass looking pubic hair dripping down his forehead, while also maintaining such a dry-ass beard, the one and only Vincent Fischer. And man, has this guy himself been on some bullshit, just like all of his little wannabe butt buddies, who are trying to suckle from his tit. And since the last time we covered good old Vincent here, he has been up to just a variety of different activities, and apparently recently finally realized how fucking goofy he used to look and how over the top his hair was, while at the same time still doesn't realize it hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
So I had a client tell me, Vince, I keep overthinking the price. I have him on a call. I'm like, bro, how the f do you expect to get rich if you're scared of money? How do you expect to live a crazy life where you drive Lambos and shit and you're scared to ask somebody for $2,000? Bro, why the f did none of you niggas tell me I looked like a f***ing Minecraft character? It's like, why did you guys allow me to look like this? You just didn't say shit, huh? Vince, bro, looking cause like I look like a f***ing glob.
And I have absolutely no idea how he is just realizing this shit, because we have been telling him the entire fucking time. He has been getting cooked, flamed, roasted, whatever you want to call it, for the past year to 2 years over this goofy ass shit he had going on. And I gotta say, even I didn't remember it being this bad though. Like, this is just outrageous. What he has going on now was already bad on its own. But this shit was just over the top. I can't believe people were buying this motherfucker's courses right here. And when he hasn't been doing a little bit of self-reflecting on just how bad he really looked, while somehow not realizing how goofy he still looks, he has also been going back to his usual Q&As, where he's still trying to put on this idea that he's just balling like that, even though everything's rented and it's getting repoed every other day. And he was even getting so delusional with it that he was playing with the idea that he would reach billionaire billionaire status someday.
So do you see yourself hitting billionaire status? Now, there's winners and then there's winners. And when I say there's winners, there's people that go, man, maybe I can do it. You know, I can't believe I pulled it off. But the winners are ruthless. Okay, the winners never had a fraction of a fucking doubt that they'd make it. I'm one of those. I've always been one of those. I think it was Warren Buffett that said this. I don't think I ever doubted for a second I'd be rich. I don't think I've ever doubted for a second I wouldn't be a billionaire. Okay, and the moves that I'm making now are actually preparing for it. They may seem slow now. Vince, why are you dropping a little software? Vince, why are you doing this now? This low ticket software, you shouldn't be doing that. Just charge high ticket. Big dog, we build an equity.
And I've really got to say that getting your cars repossessed is a really funny way to be preparing yourself for billionaire status. And I cannot believe that he is so delusional that he's comparing himself to Warren Buffett. And he went on his whole little winners tangent, which there are winners and there are winners, and there's also people who hop on the internet and on Instagram every other day just to turn themselves into an alpha male lolcow who has gained the nickname of Pubes Watson and attempt to basically borderline scam people by getting them to sign up with their lifestyle coaching when they have no life experience and are appearing to be faking everything in their actual life. And what's really crazy is he goes from talking like he's going to be billionaire status in one Q&A to the very next basically trying to convince people to sign up with his courses because they're not doing too well, and making arguments about being scared to take a risk, along with basically just saying anything and doing anything to try to rage bait people into just giving him money.
Man, like these guys in Miami that like rent their life and, you know, are all show off and flashy. I'd never want to be like that. Daddy, can I go pee, please? It's like, when are you going to understand you're going to look stupid either way? You want to be stupid fucking rich? Or you want to be a stupid hating dumbass? You want to be the one that's talked about and hated on? Or you want to be the one that's broken hating? If you're gonna conform to the 1% that has results. I mean, listen, as a grown-ass man, to be afraid of taking risk is gay. Because it's like the biggest risk of all is taking none and staying at the same bum job. Day by day, getting more and more comfortable until you operate like a castrated cow. And it's like, what do you have to lose anyway? Outside of the bum job you work and the opinions of your broke friends. Do you have millions to lose? Do you have Lambos in your driveway to lose? It's like, big dog, you got nothing to lose and you're at rock bottom. And that's fine, but to be at rock bottom and not even try, it's natural selection. Yeah, Vince, I want to retire my mom so bad, Vince. It's been on my mind for so long. She's worked so hard for me. On me, knock, knocked. On me. It's like, big dog, you hypocritical fuck. You sit here every day and talk about what you're going to do. You kiss your mother on the cheek and you fucking lie. When are you going to become a real son? When are you going to throw the video games out? Throw the vape out. Throw the wax pen out. And fucking try.
And as you can tell, in some of them, he's sounding a lot more annoyed than usual. And I suspect that that is due to the fact that everybody basically knows who he is at this point, and he has gained this reputation of appearing to be a fraud. So the only goobers that he can actually get signing up are the dumbasses that I showed in the beginning of the video, and it's probably starting to stress him out. And the reason I say this as well is because his Q&As basically went from that right there to turning into him just bitching about interactions he had with people when trying to sell his courses, and into him, of course, being mad about it because he didn't actually end up making the sale. And he naturally had to come to social media to rant and complain about it, and to basically cry about people being smart enough to ask him questions.
Okay, I had somebody watch an hour-long webinar about the software that we use, and he was like, Vince, I watched the entire thing, but I have 5 more questions. I was like, boom, boom, boom. He was like, yeah, well, can you give me a more elaborate paragraph answer? And I have 2 other questions as well. I was like, bro, don't even fucking buy. Okay, if it takes you 2 days to make a $100 decision, you're not going to kill it in this business. Okay, what are you going to spend 2 days on next? Setting up your workout routine and pricing your program? It's like, with the time that you've spent asking me these questions, you could have already launched and had your first client. Okay, after a certain point, questions become procrastination. Less thinking, more action. Boys, I cannot make this up. I was having a conversation with somebody in the DMs and they were telling me how they were tired of slaving away and being somebody's bitch. And at the end of the conversation, this dude is like, well, you're just gonna charge me for something I already know. So I took his own words, I screenshotted and sent it to him, and I was like, no, motherfucker, this is what you know. What you know is how to be somebody's big buff bitch. If you knew what the fuck I do, you wouldn't be slaving away at a 9 to 5. Okay, so you cannot be both broke and think you know everything, because if you knew it, you'd have it, dumbass. And I mean, to add to that point too, a lot of people are bitch made when there's no reason to be. It's like, big dog, you should be grateful if you have an Instagram account where people aren't botting your views, your likes, shadow banning you, shutting off your messaging. It's like, big dog, you have no enemies. You got nobody hating, talking shit. It's like, what you should be scared of, genuinely, is being invisible. Nobody knowing your name, being overworked and underpaid, that should be your biggest fear. Because if that's not your biggest fear, and instead of just posting content, you'd rather slave away at a bum job, smoke weed, and be invisible, then you have bigger problems to deal with. Lock the in.
So not only did this goober end up getting upset because the first guy was apparently asking him too many questions and should have just stopped thinking and give him his money, but he then ended up getting mad and basically getting rage baited by some guy on Discord who didn't want to go through with it because he felt as if Vincent didn't have all of the answers and didn't know what the hell he was talking about, which is probably the case since he's trying to be a life coach when he's only 24 and is renting everything in his life. So Vincent's reaction was to automatically get mad, start calling the guy a bitch, and then get mad again and go on social media and just start ranting about it, where he then started making all types of claims about him that he didn't know if they were true or not, like saying he was smoking weed and playing video games all day. And then on top of all of this, he had this whole little woe is me segment at the beginning where he was upset about people hating on him, making videos, and apparently botting his channel. And you can just tell how salty this goober really is that he didn't close these sales, to where he can't even have a Q&A anymore because he's so upset about these interactions and these failed sales. And it of course led into him just being mad in general and going on this goofy ass rant here where he was mad because we live in what he calls a pussy epidemic, when in reality the only reason he's calling everybody pussies is because they don't want to buy his bullshit.
I don't even mean to sound negative, but we live in a pussy epidemic, and what I mean by that is people are just soft as fuck. When I'm talking to people, they're like, Vince, I'm scared to post. I don't know what my friends are gonna think. I'm like, bro, you should be scared of being broke. The f are you doing? Well, Vince, bro, it's just nothing worked for me. It's like, nigga, you haven't posted shit. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I love the entire coaching scene when I'm working with people that aren't f***ing pussies. But like, god damn, I'm about to focus on software.
So not only is he just getting mad during every Q&A and doing this shit where he's just straight up talking shit and talking about his failed little sales, but then when he actually does get a question that seemed to be some younger guy asking a genuine question, he just basically shit talks him and does the most to be an asshole. So clearly, all of this crap is getting to him, and clearly his sales must not be where he wants them to be at, so that he can apparently be a billionaire here in the future.
What's the main thing that kept you going? I mean, what do you do if you don't keep going? You just submit to the labor force and decide to be a bot? I quit. Did you hear about that guy? He shouldn't be rich. If I was him, if you were him, you would have quit because you're gay. You know, it's as simple as that. You want to fucking quit and amount to nothing and be overworked and underpaid? Or you want to keep going and eventually win big?
And yeah, he just cannot help himself and is basically just looking salty 24/7. And since it's looking like he's trying to really push and is struggling with all these sales and is trying to get that car back that ended up getting taken from him, and when he hasn't been doing all of these little mini crash outs during his Q&As, he's also been ramping up his ads, where he's not only pushing out goofy ass little ads like this one right here that are apparently supposed to be showing you the process of how you're gonna get rich by following him.
If you're somebody who loves the gym and working out, I'm going to show you the stupidest business model in the world that I've used to make my first 10,000 and leave my 9 to 5 if I had to restart from zero. Okay, so if you don't have the attention span of a fucking cricket, keep watching.
So the first thing I do is go to sixfigurefitness.com. I'd set up my business. I'd build my workout program. I'm going to show you guys how quick this shit is. Okay. Boom, push day, repeat, boom, boom. Let's say 4 weeks. Awesome. Boom. I do the same thing with pull day, leg day. I'd make my routine. And then after that, I'd head over to payments. I'd attach that program I just made and I'd create 2 links, one for $2K for 4 months and then one for $497 monthly. Now, once that's done, all I do is sit on the couch and copy and paste viral fitness trends. With every post I made under the caption, I'd put DM me the word blank for coaching. And then from there, I'd chop it up with people in the DMs. I'd line them up on quick 15-minute calls. And it's literally just a matter of getting 5 people.
He's also trying to promote this new little partner program, which is something that we haven't seen before and seems to be just another effort to try to get more people coming in and to become a part of the Pubester community.
Boys, I've had a bunch of you guys reaching out about the partnership opportunity because at Six Figure Fitness, I'm going to be selecting 5 lucky people that want to work alongside me. Yes, work alongside Vincent Fischer and join my movement of helping gym people monetize. Okay, so if you're somebody who posts fitness content online, whether you have an online coaching business or you're looking to start one and you feel lost, you feel stuck, you're not hitting the numbers you want, I promise you right now it's because of one thing, and that's ego. Okay, your current scope of knowledge and what you know has gotten you absolutely fucking nowhere. I'm not saying that to be an asshole, I'm saying that because I want to elevate you, and the solution to that is finding somebody who's done it. Finding somebody who's made millions in this industry to coach and teach you. Finding somebody who already has proven products that you can sell, and finding somebody who has thousands of wins that you can use. Okay, so if this is something you're interested in and you want to get to 10 to 100,000 a month this year, DM me the word partner and let's work.
And oh yes, find somebody who also has a whiteboard that they can just jot down a bunch of bullshit while talking about how they apparently made millions without showing any type of proof, and while at the same time are crashing out about people not signing up with them. That sounds like just a great idea and a great way to try to recruit people. And with that said, I have a feeling he's only going to keep getting more and more desperate as these weeks go by, and as he is running out of people like good old JD in the beginning, who was willing to spit all over his phone for no reason. And we're going to be sitting here laughing and watching the entire thing. So if you enjoyed, please drop a sub and a like and join the Saints Mafia, where we are collecting all of these dumbass alpha males like Pokemon at this point. And I'm out. Watching Pubes Watson continue to go nuts, and peace.
I mean, listen, as a grown-ass man, to be overly emotional is gay. You know, well, I just feel like, Vince, the way that I feel, it's like, get the fuck out your feelings and get to fucking work. Okay, this ain't a fucking therapy session. What I need you to do is feel between your legs and check if your balls are still there. Because I feel like you're being a bitch. As a full-grown man, the only thing you should be focused on is performance and running up a bag. Less feelings, more action.